Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair, and I have a laptop in this bag here, all stuck together with sticky tape, sellotape. This came in from a company, Netcom, in Puerto Rico. That's not the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, that's the town on Gran Canaria, the resort town. And he tells me it's under warranty, but the manufacturer refuses to accept it, which to me means somebody's done something to it. Yeah, so that's all I know. I'm guessing in that case then this is a recent laptop, so let's open the bag and have a look. And it's a HP with 2 bolts stuck to it with tape. This looks like somebody's done something to it. Okay, and well, this feels broken. Oh, right. Well, there's a piece missing, I would say. This is kind of like should be in there, and it's not. So it's broke. Ryzen 3. I'm not sure how new this actually is. It looks quite well used to me, actually. What model number is it? Ooh, don't like the sound of that. Oh, that might be a bit that was missing. Although that looks like it comes from here. And there we are, model 15S, and lots of letters and numbers. TPN Q230. Okay. So that is the laptop. Okay. Does it work? Does it work? Let's see. Well, it doesn't appear to work. I don't hear any fans or anything. Nothing really happening. Okay. Let's see how bad the damage is. Okay, I have the fascia off. So this is the hinge, basically. I can just get under that. Very stiff. Okay, there we go. And there's another screw stuck here. So these look like, yeah, these have got the brass things on them. Same with those. So you can see what's happened. The brass has come out of the plastic. Maybe we can do something with that, but the problem is at the moment it doesn't give a picture. Okay. But yeah, if we can find a way to attach that, then it would work. The question is, can we find a way to attach that? This feels very stiff, this one. Probably if I loosen that a bit as well, it will help, maybe. Just keep this one a bit stiffer. We'll see. Let's figure out how to get inside it. Well, somebody's already removed those screws, and there are some under this bit of tape here which we have to peel off. I'm guessing this is like a warranty seal type thing. Yeah. Maybe if we take those out, this will just clip off. Let's see. Okay, I'll just mention that there were some more screws under this strip. One's been removed already though, interestingly. The other 2 haven't already been put back in. So where we had this little bit of tape here, in actual fact the rubber strip is missing. That's why we can see the tape. And it's off. So basically, once I took those screws out, it was just clipped. I started at this side, pushed down, prized it away a bit, and I could just run all the way around. It actually came off fairly easily. And now we see inside our laptop. A little bit of fluff, of course, there's always with these things here. Okay, this is from 2020, I think, this actually, so it's not that new, as I was led to believe. Okay, I would have thought it was out of warranty. Right. Why doesn't it start? I've disconnected the battery in case this is one of the cases where the EC locks up. So we take the power off, although I don't think there's any power in that battery, to be honest. The battery's not bulged, it looks okay. Physically. Looks like I need to take this metal plate off to get to that, which of course is the other half of the hinge. No problem. This is the damaged one anyway. Right, so I'm not sure I'm happy with that. The cable comes down here. I've just lifted the hinge up. That goes off under here in actual fact. So yeah, this lifts up. Okay, so the power lead goes down here. Under here we can see it now. So let's see, do we have any power getting into this thing? No. Is the power supply working? Yes. So power supply is working, but the power isn't getting as far as there, and this just doesn't seem right to me. Okay, I'll take that off and then let's have a look. If I take it off first, it's easier because I can show you guys under the microscope, yeah? Do we have a short here? No. Okay, so no power getting there, no short. This doesn't seem to insert properly, so I'll have to unscrew this plate and then get that little cable off, and then we can have a look at it. Well, that looks okay really. Bit corroded, but looks okay. Put that in there again. So I'm on volts. Positive. No. Definitely no voltage getting as far as there. How about the brown wire? That should be the ident. Nothing really. Bit of that floating voltage we've been seeing around. Let's have a look at the plug. Ah. Aha. That might explain why it won't plug in. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. So I think I'll use one of these desoldering needles. Yeah, the hollow ones. Probably be the easiest thing to get down in there. The power supply is off, by the way. Let's see if we can bend this straight. Not quite with that one. I'll try a narrower one, if this will fit over the end of the pin. Yeah, it does. Problem is, it doesn't seem to want to straighten up properly. I think that's just kind of like loose. Will this thing fit even narrower? Getting smaller. Well, that seems to have done it, but it bent this. Let's try that. If it's close enough, then this will kind of pull it into the centre properly. Yeah, that went in. And it's centred it better for us now. Okay. Right, does that work? Power on. Does it start? No. Okay. Maybe attach the battery. Okay, now does it start? No. Right. What voltage do we have getting in here now? 20 volts. Okay, so we've got 20 volts in now. This, I assume, is the battery charge, probably. Do we have any other voltages? I would have thought we'd have a standby somewhere. Let's see. No. 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 So we don't appear to have any standby. Unless it's somewhere I just haven't spotted. Well, this ribbon goes to here. So this has got the switch on it, okay? Power switch. You would expect that to have some voltage on it. 3.3 or something like that. For the thing to start. Let's have a look. Nothing there. No. No, 0.14. Same. So we don't seem to have any standby supply, so it's not going to start. What's on the ident pin? So I think it's the brown one. I think we have 2 for the LEDs, and then that one. 19. Oh. Well, that doesn't look good. Okay, I've sorted that out. It wasn't pushed in properly. So what was happening was the ident pin was actually just floating up because there was nothing to pull it down. There's supposed to be a resistor on the motherboard doing that. So if you look at that pin now, yeah, about 2 volts, okay. So this will probably start now. Let's have a look. White light came on, which you didn't see, but you did see the fan. Okay, so it's starting. So give us a picture. Oh, you heard it anyway. It certainly does. I don't know if you can see down there. You can probably see some writing. It's just a bit difficult with this broken hinge. Okay, HP. Yeah. So it does work. We just need to fix this broken hinge now. The hinges on the back, from what I can see, are okay. Yeah. That spare hole is where the screw cases come through. There and there, okay. So I'll put the back on, and then we'll sort out the other side of the hinge on the screen, yeah? This hinge, one of the 3 screws is broken here. So I'll try and get some glue into that one. And obviously it's all broken on this side. I'm going to release the tension on this one so it's not quite so difficult to move. Wrong size. I think it's a 5.5. I have 1/2 mil sided. Yeah, so now I can do it. I can always tighten that up a bit more afterwards if I want. So let's move now. Yeah, a lot easier. Okay. I learnt this one from Sorin at Electronic Repair School, by the way. But you know, we all learn from each other. That's the great thing about the community, I think. Especially the YouTube repair community we have. So, hot snot behind the hinge. You can hear my hot air there, by the way. It goes back here as well. Warm the metalwork up a little bit of the hinge itself. A little bit of warmth in there. Okay. And push it into the glue. I think I'm probably using a slightly different technique to Sorin's, but reverse tweezers. Hold that in place. And if it doesn't hold, I can just warm it up again with the hot air, yeah. A little bit more of the stuff. Now it's in place. Get something big and heavy behind it, and then just wait for it to cool down. Okay, so that's working quite well. So what I need to do now is to sandwich that hinge between the back and the front panel, so I need to get this into place and then get a little bit more glue, yeah, so I can stick this back onto that bit. Okay, so a little bit of glue behind, pushed it on. Sorry, I forgot to hit record, I meant to. And that is now in place, so yeah, last click. So just let that cool down a little bit. I don't have the piece that fits over here, it was missing. Maybe the customer has it, maybe they don't. But yeah, seems okay. There's this little bit, but this goes underneath. So this goes here, one way round or the other. Okay. That way, yeah, that way round. Uh-huh. Oh, and maybe now I'm not missing anything, it's just how it looks, yeah? Okay, that's good. Let's see if it works. It says the battery's charged, I can see the red LED, and it's on, okay? There you go, just a lot of bright lighting here. Date says 21st of August, so it's a long time since this was actually running, but it works. Okay, sure the customer will be happy with that. Nice, fairly simple repair really, well 2 repairs, but yeah. I'll just get the screws back in and the customer can have it back. Hope you enjoyed that, chat about it down there. And I look forward to seeing you all soon again on Learning Electronics Repair. Ciao for now guys.